The year is 2011, and I can't remember if it was the House of Hoops at the Beverly Center or was it the Foot Locker at the Crenshaw Mall. Well, either way, I walked in there and I asked the dude that was working, I said, yo, please tell me y'all got these sevens. He's like, what sevens? The ones that just came out, the Cardinals. He said, no, we don't have any more. Something about this cat makes me think that he's lying to me. So then I walked up to the lady, excuse me, miss, do you guys have any more Jordan 7 Cardinals? She says, yes, we have one left. So I'm already thinking, dang, only one left? What size? She says, and it's a size 13. I said, I wore them joints out, and it took me all this time to realize that 2011 pair, well, it was shaped funny, nowhere near the original. And I didn't realize that until I looked at these. We in a building now. All right, the Air Jordan 7 came out with 5 original colors. Those colors being the hair, the Bordeaux, the dark charcoal, the Olympic, and of course, the Cardinal. Look, it's a shame that these kicks aren't getting the proper respect that they deserve, but that's why I'm here. The 7 was the last to come out of the 5, right? And what happened was the 1992-93 season, right before the playoffs, he switched to the 8. All right, so he got a full season and a half, just a full season, summer and a season with these joints, all right? Because Jordans didn't come out every week like how they do now. I'm telling you, you had to wait a while for them joints to hit, and it was only one colorway coming out at a time. But when these joints hit, yo, everybody was on them. And I really do think that this was the most popular shoe or most famous shoe of the 90s. I say that because, not because of its popularity, but mainly because this shoe has been on every advertisement possible. MJ was wearing these joints all the time and they were everywhere. They put them on posters, cereal boxes, movies, etc. So if you go back and look at some advertisements from 1992-93 season, basketball especially, you will see these joints, whether it be the Cardinals, the Olympics, the Bordeaux, the dark charcoals, or the Olympic joints. You saw the 7 all throughout the 90s on everything. The boy Tinker hit it out the park with this joint. Tinker saw some Afro-centric patterns in a store one time on a poster, and what he did was he went and bought the poster for like 15 bucks, pretty much used that as inspiration for the design. So it has an Afro-centric design. This shoe has retro 3 times. You have the original, right, 92. You have the 2006 pair, and you have the 2011 pair. And of course this pair right here. I had the 2011 pair, like I said previously, and well, boy, I didn't even notice that these joints they weren't even shaped the same. I just automatically thought that 7s were shaped like that because those were my first pair of 7s. So I didn't really pay attention to the shape, but I always knew that they looked funny. They didn't look bad to me. But looking at these currently, yeah, man, look, I didn't even notice it on the flints. So the flints probably aren't constructed as nicely as these. I'm too lazy to pull them out. I wish I had those little drop front joints. I could just grab them, but it's all gravy. So let's just go ahead and get into the shoe real quick. I love the fact that they always stack this little piece up here so this doesn't flop around. They gave us some paper. Cool. All right. Ooh. Okay, so now they said that these are pretty much identical, almost 1-to-1. All right, so you have your insole with the Cardinal red Nike sign. We have the interior looking real good. So these were constructed May 24th, 2022, August 4th, 2022. So between those 2 dates, this pair right here was manufactured, and I'm pretty happy about it. So let's go ahead and talk about the weight. The weight, solid, lighter than I remember. So that's a plus. The sole, of course, you have your rubber down here on this sole with your matte finish with the Cardinal and the white. Now, I will say this rubber down here, if you don't wear them, it will oxidize. So you're gonna get little white, it'll make it look ashy. All right, so that's something to take into consideration. I could just already tell. All right, the tongue right here, it has like a neoprene boot sleeve type of thing, kind of like how you see on the Huaraches. You have your Air Jordan right here on the front, and it's really nice. It feels nice, solid. You have 2 layers of leather for the wings. I think that's really solid. I wish that the quality control was a little bit better to where they would be even, but I'm not gonna complain. Tumbled leather right in between the panels. Now, I don't remember them being this tumbled. I remember it having some type of tumble, kind of like how this right here is, like this all the way around the shoe and not as defined as it is currently, okay? And these panels right here, be on the lookout for that to yellow at some point. It's just the way it is. It's gonna get dull at first, and then it will start yellowing. So if you're one of those kind of cats who have a problem with that, I would suggest that you guys take care of it as much as possible until you start to see hints of yellowing, and then go straight to the paint shop and get these joints painted. All right, I don't know what this is really called. All right, let's just call it Cardinal Gold. So we have that right here. I like the little hints of this yellow because it isn't overpowering, and it allows you to do little hints and stuff like that along with your accessories, your garments, things of that nature. Bottom, fire. I'll be honest with you, this is a summer shoe, y'all. Hey, it has the perfect little vent spots. If you don't wear thick socks, I don't suggest wearing ankle socks with these. I also would like to say that I would like to put some respect on these OG boxes. All right, these are the boxes that they originally came in. All right, so anytime, or if I've ever said anything negative about these boxes, well, I take that back only when it comes down to the OGs. But if you're giving me this fancy little shoe and giving me fancy prices, well, I need a fancy box. And some of these regular boxes ain't gonna cut it, y'all. I'll be honest with you, because some of those shoes aren't original colorways. All right, some of these shoes are new colorways, so I need that box to reflect the new when we're dealing with the new. But hey, I'm not gonna complain too much. Other than the fact that these were $210, I'm okay with the quality, but at the same time, I'm gonna need a little bit extra when it comes down to it. Just like you guys did with the twos. The twos were immaculate. Lovely. You gave us a box, dope box, a booklet with a lot of information in it, and on top of that, the material is premium. I know you guys can do it. Look us up, y'all. I think Nike thought that these weren't gonna sell. They run the Bordeaux 7s. Everybody wants Bordeaux 7s. I'm not mad at it. I mean, I grabbed the Bordeaux 6s. I was satisfied with that, so I'll take the Bordeaux 7s though. Now, am I gonna wear these joints? Maybe not, because I wore the heck out of these joints back in the 11. So I'm kind of like sick of them in a way. At the same time, it's an original colorway, so it'll go in my collection. Look, I give the shoe an 8.5. I give the box a 7, 7.5. Very dope summer shoe. If you have small feet, of course you win, right? If you have big feet, you actually kind of win on these because 7s are nice and roomy. They're wide and they're very comfortable. And these are pretty light, especially compared to the 2. Especially compared to the 2, all right? I do kind of remember my 2011 pair having like heavy shoelaces, because I remember running in them and they used to hit me. They had like a little metal piece on the shoelace tip. But nonetheless, really dope shoe. Pick them up, because they sitting like a bad first grader in timeout, y'all. Go get them joints, hey, and add them to your collection, because these are an original and they are near identical to the original. So you can't beat that, because Nike doesn't give us that often. If this is your first time stopping by, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And if you're returning, make sure you do the same. We try to do this every now and again. All right, look, I'm Mo Kicks, and on this channel we love our kicks. We take care of our kicks, and we wear them things. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Peace.